Welcome back to Cutting Stems, Jazz Hands. I don't know why you guys just did that.
I felt like I had
time.
to do something when I had my hands up.
You did. We are here. It is week 4 of The Bachelorette. I have Rhea, I have Trent, I have Kelly, myself, Fran, and we're ready to go. We're pumped. We're ready to talk about this episode, but we also have to give a very big and loving shout out to Mattress Firm, who has provided us with this beautiful set that we have. We love Mattress Firm.
Yeah.
You guys, if you need to unjunk your sleep, Mattress Firm is a place to go. We're no junk sleep. You can't walk in that door with junk sleep. You just can't do it.
Not. Can't have it. Not in this house.
Not in this house. MattressFirm.com. You can also go to the store, talk to a sleep expert. They know what they're doing over there. They'll pair you with a great mattress, just like the one they picked out for us on this beautiful set.
Mattress Matcher.
Exactly.
Mattress from Mattress Matcher.
She nailed that.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Robes as well.
Yeah.
No one wanted me. Yeah. You guys are selling robes, and
So it's pretty hard to see on the camera.
Yeah, this is one of 2
Yeah.
kinds of robes. This is the light pink robe. It says chicks over the eye. There will be a rose.
Yes.
And then there's also a black satin robe that has the in red Cutting Stems logo, both on sale.
Very comfortable.
Yes.
I am
Very
very
cozy.
comfortable.
We
a robe.
You look it.
A
Thank
robe
you.
is a must.
We have not gotten our Cutting Stems ones in yet, but when they do, I think we'll all be rocking them.
Yes,
Yes.
we will.
So you can buy them at home.
With nothing underneath.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe.
Probably.
It's late.
I mean,
It's
maybe.
hot. It's hot in here.
And you can buy them at home and wear them with us while you watch Cutting Stems. It'll be something we can all do together. It'll be wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Great, guys.
Wonderful.
We are
Wonderful.
officially
Wunderbar.
kicking off robes. Robes.
I don't think I take advantage of robes as much as I should. Like when I'm in a hotel,
Yes.
I don't really wear them.
You
I
gotta
see
put it
them
on
hanging
right
there,
away.
I totally
Put it on right
agree.
and I
away.
just don't wear them.
You're missing out.
You have to after a really good. It's got to be a long day of trying to break 90, and and then you take a shower.
Yeah.
And you get in that robe, and then you order like room service.
I'm gonna do that next time.
And then you
I'm
just
in
like
so many
sleep. I
hotels.
feel like I put the robe on, like I'll get out of the shower, put the robe on, and then I just sit in that robe until I fall asleep. Like, I
Really?
don't even like do pajamas at the hotel.
Oh no, I change.
I
You
am.
I
change
like
out
that
of the
move.
robe? Oh, yeah.
I
So
am in
if I
so
get in my
many
robe
hotels.
mode, I love to like live in a robe. Like I'll just live in that
Next
robe.
time I'm in a hotel, I'm gonna live in a robe.
Once I get my hand on one of these babies, I'm wearing a robe around my house.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
also nice in the
Trent's about to
morning.
head home and wear this around his house. I know it. I know anything.
I
He's
might-
been wearing it. We put it on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
that-
can you
he
put it on
has
for a
not
quick
taken it
pic?
off.
Like just put it on for a pic. You know, we're trying to sell some robes, and he's like, yeah, all right. Hasn't taken it off once.
It's extremely
Loves it.
comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's You're right. I am gonna take this thing home. I might take it for a spin.
I know you're gonna,
Have
and
a
I'm
little
looking
tea
forward to
tonight
hearing
before
about
bed.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, a little tea. Do some of that wheat tea. I don't know if I can talk about wheat tea. I can, right? No, I can't.
I think you can.
Oh, I don't know.
You gave it to-
YouTube. I can't worry about
It's
YouTube.
legal.
Have a little, have
You
a little
gave
bit
me
of
the
tea.
wheat tea, and
late
I'll
now.
we'll
That's what I'm
drink
saying.
it.
Have a little bit
Say
of
it.
that.
What? Oh, legalize it. They already did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout
yeah.
out to
We're
local
good.
legislation.
No worries. No worries.
I'm just moving my feet around.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
We're getting too comfortable.
The opportunity presents itself,
That's
and I
fine.
had to take it.
Trent, do you have 2 pairs of socks on?
No.
Oh, that's just one sock.
These are my.
Those are very funky.
They're my Notorious B.I.G. socks.
Whoa.
It does not look like Notorious B.I.G. on my super large legs.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It kind of spreads his face out,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
I gotcha.
rest in peace.
The
I'm wearing our
sentiment's there.
Friday Energy socks, which you can also buy on sale. I have them on the wrong way, though. They should be on the outside, but if,
Ah, shit.
Cool
I
though.
wish I was wearing those.
Those are cool.
yeah, they are cool.
I'm not wearing
And they're very
anything cool.
comfy because I was in sandals and I can't have my feet out on Cutting Stems.
No way,
No,
no way.
no, ma'am.
Nope.
Okay, guys, let's talk about this week. We officially separated into teams, which is hilarious because they said they wouldn't be pitting the 2 girls together, and they can't shut up about there being 2 teams now. Team Rachel, Team Gabby.
Yeah.
They could have probably just made that like Gabby's guys, right? Like they didn't really need to go into teams, but that's what they did. And they're in little Paris. They are feeling the romance, the love. They're officially separate. They're ready to get these dates going. We had 2 Paris dates. Gabby and Jason, and Rachel and Tino.
They put him on a cruise though, which was
Yes,
very
they
funny.
are all.
Oh, yeah.
They're also now living on a cruise.
They live on
Jesse
a cruise
Palmer,
ship.
who speaks French. I guess he's
Fluent.
Canadian, so
He's
Yeah.
Canadian.
In case anybody forgot, he
yeah.
does speak
He
knows how to
speaks
speak
French.
French. And
He
he was
really
like-
wanted us to know that he
He
speaks
really,
French.
Yeah.
he
It
really
was
wanted
really-
us to know.
Hey, you
Driving
know
that
what?
point home.
If I spoke French, I'd probably remind
Oh.
some people too.
100%.
I
I'm
would
here in
be-
Paris.
Yeah.
I'd be speaking French this whole episode.
And
if
I
knew.
only know a couple words in Italian, but whenever I can remind somebody, like right now, I do.
Yeah.
Of course.
For sure.
So
No, that's why I get so mad when other people are speaking language. Like French is so cool, whatever, like blah, blah, blah. I'm mad at Jesse Palmer because I'm jealous. Like I want
Yeah.
to be
Totally.
able
Right.
to, like, stop rubbing it in my face that I can only speak English. Like, it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yes.
We're not very
It's
worldly.
lame as fuck.
No.
Yeah,
It is
it's so
super
lame.
lame.
uncultured
So
swine.
lame.
All of us.
Uncultured swine, absolutely.
You guys know where that's from?
Where?
Uncultured swine?
Isn't it
Is
like
that-
The Office or something?
No.
Is that like pigs?
You guys know where that?
No, give
it's
me a
from
hint.
like
Give me a
it's
hint,
from a
'cause
movie,
Because I feel like I might know.
I don't know.
Swine.
and one you would never expect. Almost a children's movie.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's like
Goodfellas.
like like an Emperor's New Groove or something.
I don't remember.
Toy Story.
Whoa.
You uncultured
it's-
swine. He talks to the pig.
He
you
talks
think.
to the
Yeah,
pig.
yeah. Okay.
Fun
okay.
fact.
Love that.
Interesting. That's a good fun fact.
Yeah,
That is.
Thanks for that.
What did you people think about Gabby and let's start with Gabby and Jason because I know we all loved Rachel and
I would
Tino's
prefer
date.
to talk about Rachel and Tino.
I
but
know
we can-
that's why
okay.
let's talk about Gabby and Jason first and then
Okay.
get it out of the way.
Okay.
What did we think of that date?
It ended up going okay, but
It did.
Jason,
Slow to start.
as Maria refers to him, is a little bit of wallpaper, and it's because he's quiet, and he's not very outgoing. And their Paris date. Here's the thing: when you have
He's
these,
shy.
he is shy.
It's very shy.
When you have these two
Shy,
seasons,
boring, pish posh.
But this is the
it's
thing,
the same.
though.
I'm with you, Rhea.
they never want to pick.
No,
bored by
shy
him.
and boring is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but somebody who's shy. Okay, I'm sorry, we cut you off.
It's okay.
Keep going.
But what I was going to say is that what happens, they don't want to pit these two women against each other, but they do give them the exact same date, and then they compare them. They jump back and forth.
Right.
And Rachel and Tino are just having the best day in
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
Although it's raining a little bit, they seem to make the best of it. And then they smash cut over to Gabby and Jason, looking like they haven't said a word to each other in 3 hours. And they somehow looked worse in the rain than Rachel and Tino. I don't understand. They were on the same weather. It's just tough. It looked like a pretty boring date up until the dinner portion.
Yeah.
The dinner portion, they obviously got into some serious topics towards the end of it, but obviously it was just like, yeah, like the
There's a
whole
lot of
time.
that.
A lot of
And I
back and
tweeted
forth.
about it, and this may be controversial, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to say what you're feeling. Otherwise, you're just going to be bottled up watching this show.
Yep.
But I tweeted how Jason felt like a little like wallpaper to me, and people were like, he has anxiety. And it's like, yeah, okay, yes, anxiety is hard. It's tough. Sometimes people can't open up because of the anxiety, but you also can be a boring person. Like, I need to be proven a little bit that Jason's not that boring
Yeah.
because, you know, he's got to break out of his shell eventually.
I would like to see a little spark, a little something from Jason.
Yeah.
Like, and again, too, it's like if your anxiety is real bad, whatever, blah, 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 like you're on a reality show, bro. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of like you're going to have to talk in front of people. Like, you're going to have to talk to the girl. You're going to have to woo the girl. Like, at what point are we like, okay, can you, like, is this for you? Is this journey for you? Is this setting for you? Are you
I think that's a good way to
advancing
put
as
it.
far as other people? Because I feel like there are other people that have better conversations with Gabby or seem more comfortable with Gabby that he'll eventually get overshadowed. And although, like you said, they did have a really good conversation towards the end of dinner, very like open conversation
Yeah.
about Gabby's mom and all that. And I think that he likes her for sure. But I think that he's just moving at a snail's pace. He's got to pick up the pace a little bit.
There was one thing that Gabby mentioned, and she was like, oh, the last time I was in Paris, she was just like telling an old story about her friends. She was like, me and all my girlfriends like all wore matching shirts and posed, and he was just like, yeah? And she was like, yeah. And it was like, that's all you have to say to that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Sometimes,
But it worked
suffices.
out.
Yeah.
It ended up working out because they both opened up about therapy at the end of
We
dinner.
do love a guy that goes to therapy.
We
Of
do love
course.
that.
Yeah,
We love that.
and because, like he said, he's had some things to work through in his life, and therapy has helped him. And Gabby's talked about therapy, but no, it's something where if they do move at this pace, it won't translate for the show because
Yes.
they got to move. You have to move as fast as possible, which then does kind of bring us to Rachel and Tino because it did feel like their date could have been a finale date. Like the date went so well, and it seemed like they knew they were vibing so well that he could have been. That could be a final 3 date right there. Like wrapping up. Tino's got it in the bag. I don't know. I can't possibly fathom Rachel ending up with any other person besides Tino. I can't imagine it.
Every other guy's made her cry. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, every other guy.
True. That's
what
so
other
true.
guy? I guess Tyler now. Tyler, who KB came through and was really nice to her, was cute with her. And also, honestly, it was like the first time that I feel like we've seen him really like speak. Like I feel like he's always just kind of lurking and hanging out, and he keeps getting through. This time they had the good date. We see the preview for next week. They're making out in some kind of Mirrors Funhouse situation, so clearly things start to pick up there as well.
They really talked about how much who loves who, like who loves love more.
Right. And I think that, Oh, and he wrote her that lovely poem. I guess we can get into that date.
What do you guys feel about the saying opposites attract? Because the YouTube commenters are commenting that, and I feel like people want that to be a thing, but it only goes so far.
I wouldn't say opposites attract. I would say there are complementary people. Like people have to complement
people
each
compliment
other.
each other, but sometimes opposites don't always attract.
No, it's not always like that. But like if
I'm
missing something, like
hard rule.
I'm always looking for somebody who like will be honest with me. Like I need the most honesty, like that kind of shit. Even if it like maybe will hurt my feelings a little, like that's something that I need. But I need somebody who's strong enough to be able to do that because I'm gonna fight you back on it a little bit. But
I have friends that are big personalities that could not be with another big personality.
Never.
They need somebody that is a little bit more introverted. Like you clash too much sometimes when you're exactly the same. But it also just depends on how you are. Right. Like you might want somebody who's exactly like you, or you may need someone that's a little yin and yang.
I think in the middle is good.
Yeah.
Like I think being in the middle, like you're similar.
I actually feel like Gabby might need someone that's a little introverted.
But I feel like when you're so opposite, like it doesn't.
Yeah. That could make sense. I feel the same way about Rachel a little bit. I think that she needs, well, no, maybe not introverted, but it's very clear to me while watching this that she is looking for a romantic man. Like she is not looking for all these these fuckboys who want to come through and like, do silly dance moves and like, it always comes back to a lot of these guys to like sexy stuff and like, whatever. Rachel is only ever has eyes for anybody who's like being passionate, reading love notes, or like gazing into her eyes and telling her how much they love love and want to get married and have kids.
She definitely loves big romantic gestures.
If you don't look her in the eyes during a boxing date, she'll get upset.
She'll get upset.
On not even her date. So this is, I think Gabby had her group date. It was a boxing match, and all the guys are competing, and Rachel brought her guys to kind of watch. And Rachel got very upset that none of her guys were giving her any attention. I think she is having a tough time with the 2 Bachelorette thing. I think as much as she doesn't want to be comparing herself to Gabby, she is in her head. And I don't know why she would subject herself to going on Gabby's date. Like, those guys are there to connect with Gabby. You can't expect Rachel's guys to go as hard for her during Gabby's date because it's not your date.
And
your date's the next day.
And it's like Gabby in the football like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys punching each other in the face. The other guys are going to be excited about that.
I think that they just thought that they were going to watch a date. Like they didn't think that they were supposed to be like schmoozing at that time.
Yes.
I think that Rachel and Gabby, it's seeming more like Rachel right now are really having a hard time with this whole situation where it's like, it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough, but you had to have been a little more prepared for something like this and have had to like have a really hard conversation with yourself and be like, okay, we are going to be compared. There's going to be situations where it seems like the guys are not as interested in me, they're more interested in her, and vice versa. And like, you just need to be okay with that. And it seems like they weren't too prepared because it's like every episode now we're just seeing how much they're comparing themselves to each other, which they all advertised before the season started that wasn't going to be the case. Yeah. And it has been the case every single episode throughout the entire thing.
It does go back and forth with like each week, one of them doesn't feel like they want to be the Bachelorette anymore. They feel like they're not getting enough attention. And that's what happens when you have 2 Bachelorettes, unfortunately. I mean, there's only, although there's only so many guys, and now we've got them paired off, but it's still, you got Logan who might jump over, like that stuff.
Rachel, you have Tino. It doesn't matter.
Right, you got Tino. Nothing, legitimately nothing matters when you have Tino.
Right, Tino is everything. He is everything. I don't know. Somebody, I mean, he is. He is. He is everything that she is looking for. And I don't understand how she hasn't just like, somebody tweeted being like, why doesn't she just pull a Claire and then we'll just be stuck with Gabby for the rest of the season or whatever, and she could just run off with Tino. I think that might be in her best interest at this point.
I also
I
think it's
agree.
a competition thing, though. Like, she may be like so into Tino and know he's the one, but there's still a validation part of her that's
she's got a
I
bruised
still,
ego right now,
I still want
too.
people
Totally.
to want me.
To be clear,
She has a
my ego
total
will be just
bruised
as
ego.
bruised, maybe worse.
If
than
I had
Rachel.
those,
I could never.
those 3 guys turn me down.
No, never. I would quit the show.
Yeah.
I would 100% quit the show. There's no way I can come back from that. Not even Tino could bring me back.
Yeah,
That's
So
why I
There's
don't
just
even
no way.
I don't
think
even
she's just in
blame
her
her.
feels right
like,
now. Yeah.
Like I said, it's like you should have known what you were signing up for. None of us would sign up for that because we know we wouldn't be able to handle it.
No way.
You wouldn't expect 1 by 1 dudes to be like, I don't want to be on your side. Like, I don't know if you prepare yourself.
If it happened the second time, I would quit it right there because I'd be then nervous that it would happen a third because everything happens in threes. Like there's just no way. There's no way.
I know. So, and I do think I saw some commentary too that was interesting that I thought was a good point that there's not really a lot of drama between the guys. Like the guys are not really fighting at all. So producers have kind of just taken aim at making Gabby and Rachel as emotional as possible over these things. Like there's probably producers sitting Rachel down and being like, so Rachel, how did you feel about none of those guys talking to you during that date?
Right.
And like she's probably like, oh, you're right. None of those guys did talk to me during that date.
Yeah, like,
Should they have talked to me? And then it's just a spiral because there's no other drama. That is the drama right now until we see what happens with Logan. But these guys, like, all the guys seem to get along. There's no fighting between them. They have to find something to, I don't know.
To spice it up.
I'm kind of okay with the guys not having drama with each other because it always seems
I
really
agree.
fake.
Yeah, it's always lame.
Unlike when Luke P was on, like people really did have a problem with him. That was obvious because he was just bizarre. But all of the other drama in the past few seasons has felt so forced that like I'm okay with the guys not fighting.
I also feel like the drama that happens with the guys on the show, it's like one snitches and then they're gone immediately. Like there's not even time for them to like fight with
Crystal's
each other.
gone,
Like
yeah.
they all go quick. Like even Hayden just now, I keep jumping ahead accidentally, but even like Hayden on this, it was a swift goodbye after one conversation. She didn't even cross-reference with other people. Like I feel like a lot of the other Bachelorettes have done that. Like ask multiple people, like, hey, tell me what's going on in the house because I heard this from so-and-so and I heard this, trying to get multiple sides to the story before making a decision. If Gabby or Rachel hears one bad thing, they're gone. Like
I would also.
Rachel trusts
no
Meatball.
bullshit. Yeah, I think I trust Meatball over Hayden for sure.
I would also imagine
over
that
Hayden, but-
the two Bachelorette open forum thing is not an accident by the producers, and what their dream would be is if Rachel and Gabby did not end up liking each other.
Right.
That's what they are.
Yes.
When you leave it this wide open,
Right.
and so many things can happen, you don't have any rules or anything that goes on. You want them to end up hating each other because they both like the same guy, and they're really not getting
You're
much of that
pushing
at
for
all.
some kind of big fight.
Right, and you're just not really getting that, at least so far.
Yeah, that's a good point. So when we do get to, Rachel does confront her guys, that, she did feel ignored by them, and so they're going in extra hard for their date the next day, which is a French couple is making out. They walk in. It's a lesson on romance. There's practicing flirting and hand kissing, and then they made Rachel smell all their armpits. It was a heinous date.
That was
Heinous.
I've like never
Awful.
been so uncomfortable watching the show. Like it just was, the armpit thing was like trying to see if the pheromones connect and whatever. It's like there are other ways. Like you don't have to be like lifting your arm up and smelling your armpit.
No,
after. And like multiple people, she's like grossed out by. Like I would be grossed out by that entire thing to the point where I'd be like dry heaving and refuse to do it. There's just no
You
way.
could have the nicest smelling armpit. I do not want to put my nose in your armpit.
No, I don't. I with you. I do not.
It could smell amazing.
Right.
I don't want my nose in your armpit.
I'm all set.
I don't really care that much about the smelling of the armpit. I not like I don't prefer it, but I am really not extremely grossed out by that.
The thing that made me the most uncomfortable.
Just wanna stay-
were-
I feel like you've said
Okay,
before. No, but now this is jogging my memory. I feel like we've had this conversation, and I feel like you've said you like the
All
way
right,
armpits smell.
armpit
They smell
sniffer.
good.
Yeah.
I think
Put it
we've
on the
had this
bottom.
convo before.
I
Because
I don't prefer to smell armpits, but like there's something about
you
like
stick your face
like
in
a
an
good
armpit.
smell.
You do that.
You know what I mean? Like
you said it.
like
I know.
a good
I'll
smell.
find
I think
it.
that's like. I think
I'll
that's
find it 'cause
primal.
you said
I'm pretty
it.
sure that's primal.
It definitely is.
It's the animal instinct.
That is the point of that whole exercise. Is they want you to, and the French, they're very sexy.
Sometimes you really just connect with somebody's smell.
Yeah,
okay?
that's facts, 100%. I just don't think that you need to be blindfolded standing while somebody's up behind you. Like, it's
Not in
fucking
a hairy
gross.
pit.
Like,
Not
it's
in a hairy
gross.
That's obviously different, but like if you're like cuddling up to somebody, you
Yeah.
can, like, smell
See,
it.
this is the conversation we were having. I'm going to find it. It might have been
Rhea
on our
smells
show.
armpits. She loves it.
It might
I
have
don't
been on our
smell
show.
everybody's armpits.
I'll agree with
looking.
you on this point that on that date, the most uncomfortable part for me was the attempt at flirting at the beginning. Like I know that
Yes.
I know
Oh,
that
that was brutal.
Oh,
too.
so
or the
terrible.
making
So
out of the
awkward,
hand.
so
Yeah.
like I know that this show is you're watching people try to form a relationship on camera, so you're watching flirting all the time. But when two people say to you, "Get up there and flirt," it's the most uncomfortable thing
Yes.
in the world.
Why did all of them immediately go for like the handsy stuff and like, oh, let's dance, whatever? How
Because
come nobody was like, hey,
no,
like,
for some
what's
reason,
going
no,
on?
for
Like,
some
no,
reason they
like
learn
a
how to
actual
talk.
flirt.
A slight touch of the thigh.
Yes, anything, or like, we come here often. Like, we didn't get any cheesy
Talking
lines.
wasn't an option.
Right.
It wasn't?
Oh, it
No,
wasn't?
it was like they
I
were
missed that.
they were supposed to just do
just-
it like body
Zach
contact.
put her in a
Choke
choking her out.
armpit.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he like turned her around and like
"Well,
grabbed
is
her
this
neck.
going well or
Yeah,
what?"
yeah. She's like, you're choking me.
Come on.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Armpit
All right, well, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that talking wasn't allowed. That makes more sense.
I think
That
that
does
was.
make
I
sense.
think
Still
that was.
weird.
This
part
person
of it.
said, if you like someone's pheromones, then it's normal to be attracted to their smell. Most of us subconsciously like your partner's smell and reject people's smell we don't like.
I think
That's
that
fair,
there's
yes.
a difference, though, of becoming attracted to your partner's smell
Yes.
than it is to line up a bunch of men you do
Yes.
not know
Yes. Because
you don't
and have
just-
to sniff all
Yes.
of their armpits.
Yeah, because you're not gonna just like the smell
Yes.
like
I think-
that.
Correct.
You have to be.
No.
It's not
You have
cra-
to be.
it's not crazy that
attached to the smell.
Right. It's not crazy that you become attached to like your boyfriend's smell. Like that's
I
normal.
think
That's
you
fine.
have had to have fornicated.
Yes.
Yes.
I think all
going
your
up and lining up men and be like, sniff, sniff, one
I
after
think-
another.
Put your nose in the hair.
Yeah,
like
no.
it was basically
No.
like they were like shoving her in. It's so gross.
I think
the visual was gross.
all
It was
of
like
the-
a noogie, but in your armpit. Like it was fucking gross. I can't believe how many times we've said armpit tonight.
all of the armpit
she was
strippers
also
out
I
there.
got you. I got your head.
She was also blindfolded, which does
Disgusted.
make it even scarier.
Yes, like that's
Like you're blindly going into
right.
someone's armpit.
Like, are you gonna crush my soul? And then her face. I think it was Meatball. She like smelled his armpit, and she like her face.
No,
curled up. She was like,
did.
oh my.
You guys
like,
want this
trying
conversation
be
to end?
polite.
I'll end it for you. Devin just
Oh, no.
texted us and
Oh,
wrote,
no.
Oh,
there's
no.
a TikTok trend to basically put your vagina discharge
Oh, I've seen
on
this.
your neck to
Yes.
like perfume to attract men.
Yes, I've seen that where you like you literally
No,
stick
no,
your
no.
fingers in your pussy for a second
no, no.
and you rub it behind your ears. And I saw that shit and I went, this is a
That's
joke. Like, this
disgusting.
can't be real. And all these 14-year-olds on TikTok
No.
are gonna be
Oh my
one
god,
of
can
these
you imagine
in
being in middle
school?
school and being on TikTok?
No.
And everybody smells
and
like vagina?
All
I'm
you're
sick.
you're seeing
I'm sick.
you're seeing Andrew Tate videos and put your vaginal discharge on your neck. It's a bunch of fucking
It's always like, this is a
animals
secret,
running
men
around.
won't know. And it's really crazy, but trust me, it works. That's always what they say. And I'm
This
like,
world is
these bitches are
insane.
insane. This is misinformation. Don't fucking do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
Oh
What
god.
are we? What? This is a society.
We are not
What
a
are we
society.
doing?
We are living in an animal kingdom.
It's fucking gross.
The younger generation have that makes me what I
No, I'm pissed.
Now I would like
I'm gonna get up. Where's my
to be
fucking
wiped
cane and my
off.
glasses? Because fuck that.
I would like
I'm
TikTok to
old
be
now.
wiped off the planet if we're gonna have. I mean, I know like kids are stupid. We're eating Tide Pods and shit, but like
yeah.
that was years ago.
This is worse. Like
Oh, that's way worse.
It's so bad. If
I mean, I
come to
know
work
that
tomorrow
there's
and
no-
I walk by one of you and I smell fucking
smell
vagina
fish?
on your face, I'm gonna call the police.
You order
I'm gonna
sushi
call the
today.
fucking.
oh my god.
I'm calling the fucking police.
It's disgusting.
Don't let me catch any bitch in your
Nobody
trap.
better be smell. What about? Yeah, what's the
I don't know, don't
what's
get any
the ma-
ideas.
What's the
You're
male
wrong.
version?
Don't get any
You
ideas
know
in your
what the
room
male
tonight.
version is, Trent. You know
I
what the
will
male
slap
version
you
is.
across the face,
Oh
Trent.
yeah. Oh, the pheromones. I think pheromones all you armpit sniffers looking at you, Maria. You freaks just start throwing around the word pheromones. You're like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You just love the way armpits smell.
One quick step from armpits to feet, girl. I don't know. They say online.
I'm
I know
sorry.
there's no like 13-year-olds watching this show, but I really
so
wish
disgusted.
there was so that we could like teach them
need
not
to
to do
inform
that. But
them.
unfortunately,
It's
there's
wrong.
a lot of young girls running around with discharge on their neck, and it's
wrong. It's
extremely
so
uncomfortable.
It's
Is
so
it
wrong.
girls or guys making these videos, Devin?
Girls.
Girls are telling
Don't
other girls
try
to
to
do
pass
this?
that. Don't try to pass that off on us. Don't you?
I want to be clear. I'm not on this side of TikTok. I've seen
Sounds like you are.
news articles.
Oh, I've seen it. No, I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen several.
Kelly's
And
like,
I
no,
always-
I'm on this
I'm
side.
always like, what the fuck?
Ladies,
Like every time, like,
this-
what
you
the
have
fuck?
a sexual for you page.
I have a weird for you page.
You got-
My for
you
you
got-
page is all over the place.
slapping meats on.
I got weird, yeah, I got sexy cooking on mine. It's bizarre.
You gotta
It's
get
bizarre.
back to women supporting women. That you don't do that to other women.
You can't
don't
do
tell
that.
them that that's something they should
Yeah.
be doing.
No,
You don't.
No, it's
Who's
a
to say it
mistake.
doesn't? who's to
Women
say it doesn't
support
work?
women unless you're rubbing your vaginal discharge on your neck. Then I am not supporting you.
No.
You
Nope,
gotta
You
stop.
lost me there. You
You gotta
absolutely
stop.
lost me.
Quit it.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I was laughing
Anyway.
hard.
Okay, all right.
Tyler had a good
enough
end to that
pheromones.
date.
What did Tyler do at the end?
I don't know. I don't even know if we can continue. How
Yeah,
do we
I'm
go
feeling-
back to the show? We're going right to
Yeah.
the cocktail party.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
all right.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No.
Questions in the chat?
Quickly though, Tyler's love note. Tyler is the only
Tyler,
one that Rachel
yeah.
liked. She hated everything up until they were writing love notes, and Tyler wrote a sweet love note, and almost like, I think it was fake though,
Tyler
but like
cried.
kind of punched out a tear. Yeah,
He
and I was
cried.
like, all right, Tyler, like we're crying right now, and basically it just said something like, I didn't think I could ever like open up this way again and feel this way again, but now I feel like I can.
This
Yeah.
dude, he's 24, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 24, 25, I think.
But we found out that he like
Okay.
was dating some girl, bought a house for them, and then what happened there? I missed the breakup
She was
part.
just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well they're 24, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, now he's just got a house, which is
Yeah.
nice.
That is lovely. That's his house. He's an independent man.
That's right.
He just, like Fran said, he's got Boardwalk Games, Wildwood
Yeah.
Boardwalk, entrepreneur, and a house down the shore probably.
Probably.
Sounds like a pretty
I
good
think
deal.
he's cute and all, and Rachel likes him, but he's like too cute.
Yeah.
You know?
He doesn't
Yeah.
hold
It's
it.
not-
He's not
Yeah.
Tino.
Yeah, he's no
Let's be
Tino.
real. He's not that
Oh,
guy.
there's, yeah. He's no
Is
Tino.
anybody really?
Ain't that the
Nobody.
truth?
Not this season.
Nobody.
Tell me about it, sister.
Yeah.
God, Tino.
Nobody's him.
We have a problem with Hayden during this.
Oh my God.
Also, which we
putting it
have not
lightly.
talked about. So Hayden sits down Rachel. He has a scrapbook of his dog Rambo, shows the pictures, and then tells her that Rambo has a brain tumor, and basically lays out the timeline here. And then Tino, as you know, if Tino comes calling, you answer. So Tino rolls up.
Don't matter what story.
And Rachel's like, they had a moment, but she got up, and then Hayden was very upset that she kind of abruptly ended the conversation. Meatball told Rachel that Hayden was calling the bitches, which he was. We saw, we saw the tape.
I don't
He
trust
was.
these bitches.
Comparing boob
Yeah, oh, yeah, and he
sizes.
said, this bitch said rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely did.
So
He's a little too
yeah.
casual with that. Girls don't like.
Bitch, you called
girls don't
yourself
love
rough
that.
around the edges. I think
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it was.
There was.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said. Rachel confronted him. He thought she wanted to talk about the dog, which was not true.
I mean, she came up and she was like, "Can you talk to me?" And he was like, "I
Yeah.
assume about Rambo."
He's like,
She
all right,
said
let's talk
something
about
like,
here's
no.
here's the duck.
Yeah, maybe
Are we gonna
let's talk
address
about
that?
the fact that
Yes.
you took your dog's
He
toy
did take
with
the
you.
cancer
The dog's
toy.
Cut it up, by the way.
And then
Destroyed
he had
it.
another thing and
Destroyed it.
carried it in his pocket.
Yep.
I tweeted this. I said, taking your dog's favorite toy away while he's dying is basically pulling the plug on him.
Yeah.
It's
Can't take the duck.
No.
It's fact. You can't take the dog.
Also, like,
Weird.
I know The Bachelorette is a big opportunity and people die to be on this show. I'm not leaving my dog.
No, I would never.
Right, that's a questionable decision.
A
right
dog
off.
who I know is on a limited timeline
Mm-hmm,
here. No, ma'am.
Not for
Right.
that. Not for that long of a time.
Yeah. The
How long?
Bachelor-
It takes in a film like what? Like a month and a half at least.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
The Bachelor's gonna be still around.
Yeah.
Your
Not going
dog.
anywhere.
Nope.
Rambo's in a bad spot, and he
Yeah.
took his duck
And
away,
we
which is
don't
crazy.
know
Yeah.
what the current status is.
Yeah, we checked it. We checked up on it.
Don't want to
Yeah.
say
We
anything
don't know.
about it, but Hayden
No
did get
posts.
sent home, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I did kind of hope that there was a little bit more of a dramatic exit from being on a cruise boat. Something, really give me something with some pizzazz.
Thrown off
Put him
the
on a
side.
dinghy, like send him out into the abyss. Like
Yeah.
you don't know where he's going, but he's riding into the darkness.
Why
Yeah.
have they gotten away from the comical?
I don't
I
know.
was just gonna say that. I was
He
like, they're
just
getting
walked
soft
down
on the
It's
walked
Sentinels.
down the
super
path.
lame that they used to leave
they,
people
so
on
they didn't
islands.
leave, they didn't leave Olivia Caridi on an
Yeah.
island by
That's right.
herself
Yep.
for us
That's
to
right.
now just watch him walk swiftly
I
out
know.
the door.
We
Walk
knew
the
they
plank.
we knew they got
Yeah.
soft when they cut out Trent's luggage pull because they said it didn't fit the vibe of her leaving.
Oh, that's true.
I just-
That's true.
they
Forgot
said it
about
was
that.
too comical.
Yeah.
That's
There do need to be those comical exits.
Yes.
I really do need to be those.
It makes it fun.
It makes it way more fun. Now we just, he should have walked the plank like
He
Fran
should have
was
walked the
saying,
plank.
or something, but instead he just walked off the boat. Lame.
Lame as fuck.
Lame.
Would have been hilarious. The cocktail party, everyone is together. The girls are both giving out their roses. We're dealing with this dilemma with Logan right now where he thinks, hey, he still might have something for Gabby. So is left on that big cliffhanger. We'll see more about that. But Rachel sent home Jordan. Logan got her last rose, which he accepted after verbally expressing to Jesse Palmer that he did not know
That was a mistake.
That was a huge mistake.
what girl, he kind of had something for Gabby still accepts the rose, which is definitely going to backfire. And Mario once again gets the last rose from Gabby. And so I think it was Quincy and Kirk were sent home from Gabby. So the groups are definitely getting smaller, faster. It does feel like there are a lot of guys left, but because they are separate, it does feel like we are already farther along.
Yeah.
Good on
Here-
you for remembering those names.
I know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known those guys'
I
names.
like if you showed me the two groups of men. First of all, I wouldn't know if it was Gabby's or Rachel's men. I guess I would see Tino.
Yeah.
But outside
Yeah.
of that, I'm having trouble with the names this season.
I know, as am I. I know Rachel's men more than I know Gabby's for some reason. Like, I feel like maybe
Yeah.
just because they are constantly on the chopping block, like, they're always, she's
There's-
always mad
well,
at
there's
them. Like,
I was gonna
yeah.
say
They're
you're
always
seeing them
scared
a lot.
shitless.
Right, they're
Yeah.
always, like,
Literally,
cowering
the
in fear.
episode ended with them being like, guys, we have to have a good week. We must.
Somebody
have a
said,
good
Rachel's
week.
gotta pull it
No
together.
one piss off Rachel this
Yeah.
week,
They said,
please.
that doesn't look like happy Rachel.
Yeah, they did say that, right. Like, and that sucks, It sucks. I would be the same way. I don't know if I'd be the exact same way. I think that I would keep a little bit of my bitch outs to myself, but she's gonna bitch these guys out every day.
Yeah.
It's like, for what?
Yeah.
know?
All right,
lot.
let's get ready for some questions here. Let's write in the YouTube. Let's get chatty, guys. Let's get some good questions. Ria's gonna only pick out the good ones.
Only the good ones.
Only the
And
good.
honestly, week after week, time and time again, I beg you guys to be good, and some of you just don't have it. So let's try again this week.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
just sound
So
like
we
Rachel's
just
men.
don't have it.
We are definitely going to get. So I'm gonna give everyone a second to write them in as we chat, and I'm gonna tell you all about Vizzy. Vizzy hard seltzer. Here they are. They're absolutely amazing. This is the hint of blackberry lemon. I was actually drinking this one this weekend. Phenomenal. Great
Delicious.
beach drink. Highly recommend. You can head to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/chicks. You can check out sweepstakes. There's a lot of cool things to enter, and you can also see, our little disclaimer here. What else do we got in here?
What are the flavors?
Oh,
what's
papaya
that?
passion fruit.
Ooh, what a mix.
This one, Rhea likes this one, right? Watermelon strawberry.
Yeah, and I like the kiwi strawberry,
Yeah.
and I also like the blueberry pomegranate because I think that
Ooh.
pomegranate gets left out a lot.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Vizzy
yeah.
is great for the summer. Highly recommend for everyone drinking over the weekends.
Got to. Out
Bring
in
it to the
sunshine.
beach.
Summer's gonna be over before you know it.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's August.
you gotta
It's
get on
August.
it.
I
Gotta
didn't mean
get
to
on it.
remind everybody.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Get
was
those
a real
drink.
downer.
Get those hard seltzers in.
Yep,
That's true.
VizzyHardSeltzer.com.
Facts.
Okay, Rhea, what do we got for questions?
Do we think that Gabby will let Logan come to her side?
No.
No.
I think so. They
No.
showed in the preview Logan walking over to Gabby's men and then being like, "Whoa, what are you doing
Actually,
here?"
I'm going to say yes.
Really?
Wow. Can I tell you something? If she does, if I'm Rachel, I'm furious at
Yep.
Gabby.
100%.
for
I
allowing
agree,
that.
but I
Furious.
had a flashback of when they were on that date, if it was a date, I can't remember. And Rachel, remember they both kissed him,
Mm-hmm.
and Rachel was like, "I'm giving him my rose," and you could tell Gabby was like, "Oh shit, I
fuck,
wanted
yeah.
to kind of."
And
give
she
him my
did
rose."
kind of, right,
And
she
she
did,
gave
like,
her
give it up.
She like poo-pooed it. She gave her rose to someone else, but in that moment, she definitely thought there was also something with Logan.
But
So
like
Damn.
Kelly's saying, that could
She
spark
might.
the beef that the producers want.
Right,
Correct,
exactly.
correct.
Because I think there's no way that Rachel isn't pissed off if
Right.
Gabby's like, come here, Logan. Like she'll
Right.
be just the fact that he like dumped Rachel to go to
Logan
Gabby
is the
will be
producer's
issue.
Trojan horse.
There he is.
Sending
That's
him to
right.
the other side.
Damn it.
Sacrificial
And
lamb.
sacrificial lamb.
Yep.
Pretty
Wow.
nuts.
What are our thoughts on Zach? He's awkward, but I think he's a better choice for Rachel than Tino. No,
No.
way.
God.
Where do
Not
you
better
get that
than Tino.
impression? Where
Let's
do you
put her
get
in a
off?
chokehold.
No such thing is
Yeah,
better
that
than
was a
Tino.
super awkward.
It was awkward.
Attempt at.
He
flirting.
was cute though. I'll say he's
They
cute.
do have a good vibe, but
and he's awkward and like
More than
silly and
Tina?
quirky, but like Tino is.
Come on.
I don't know.
Tino's James Bond.
Yeah.
I don't know what
He could
Zach
be. He
is.
could be a Bond.
He could be a Bond.
Absolutely.
Zach is like Jim Halpert, you know?
Yeah.
Like love him, but just not quite.
Who do we think is giving runner-up energy from both groups of men?
Zach.
Zach. I say big time. Zach.
And
Probably Nate. I don't think Nate's gonna win for
yeah,
Gabby.
I was gonna say Jason.
Which group is Tyler in?
Tyler is in
Tyler's
Rachel's
with
group.
Rachel. Tyler could be.
He could be runner-up
Yeah, he could be
material.
runner-up.
He could be
think.
Paradise
He
material.
could be Paradise
Yeah, for
material.
sure.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Eric.
Oh, I forgot about him. Did
He's
we
on
did we
Gabby's
see him
side.
really today?
No, he wasn't really in the episode too much.
Yeah, okay.
But I feel like he might
they,
be.
They had a good vibe.
Yeah, they did.
I forgot about him.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Do you think after they filmed, the producers told them they wouldn't be pitted against each other, and Rachel and Gabby believed them because it was before they saw the edited version? So I guess what this person is asking, like, do you think that's why they told everybody that, oh no, we're not pitted against each other before the season aired?
Right.
And now
right.
that it's airing, it's like,
Right.
they're very much
They
like
didn't see how it was actually
Yeah.
cut.
Right.
Yeah, I think that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And I also think I cannot imagine a way for them to do this without them being compared. There is no way
Yep.
to do it. There's two people. It's all these same group of guys. Like what they should have done or what they could have done is have these two girls and two groups of guys who never meet the other girl. Like
Right.
they should never have, like Gabby's guys should have never met Rachel and vice versa.
I think it's
That's
becoming
the only way it works.
I think it's becoming very clear that they wanted them to fight.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
they wanted that more than anything.
Yes.
It's not really working out so far. Maybe Logan will change that.
That's what I
but they wanted them to fight.
They wanted some sparks.
for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's reality TV.
If we
Yep.
could have two future bachelors on who hate each other, who would they be?
Oh, that's a fun one.
Two bachelors that hate each other.
Like who would like fight?
Nick and Blake.
Nick and Blake.
Nick and Blake would be so good.
If they were single, yeah.
That's right.
True.
They're both dating.
What about like Robbie from the swimmer, Robbie?
Oh my God,
Like
And-
Robbie and,
and,
like,
Jordan.
no,
Josh Murray.
Josh
Yes.
Murray.
This
Yes.
is good. People probably not gonna like this one.
Going way back.
Chad and
Oh, God.
and
Yeah.
Jeff with one F.
no.
No, the little guy.
Aaron.
Oh my God, Oh my God, yes, Aaron. I forgot all about him.
They had a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Yes, with JoJo.
Yes.
Yes. Oh
Chad
my
and
God.
Aaron would be
Or,
great.
That would be Alex. Alex
Alex
is his
was
name.
it.
Chad and
I didn't
Alex.
start with an
Ooh,
A.
they would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd
I'm
be
trying to think of like recent.
Bring
Recent
back
it'd be like
Peter.
It'd be like the pizza guy.
Bring back
and
Peter.
Peter.
Bring back Pilot
Oh,
Pete.
PJ, the pizza guy?
The
Is his name
pizza
Pete?
guy.
Pizza guy,
Oh,
PJ?
yeah.
Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Like I'm
Peter.
trying to think of a recent season of people of guys like not liking each other.
I'm not thinking.
Or
Yeah,
if
that
anybody
guy,
like
he
that
had
has
some
beef in real life.
Isn't that who Ed was talking shit about? Like he's fake, he's whatever.
Yeah.
Who did everybody hate on that season?
Which season?
Who was it? Hannah Brown? No. Whose season was Ed on?
Oh, that was
Tasha?
yeah.
Claire?
Tasha and Claire.
Tasha and Claire. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, whatever. I can't think of. They all were.
It's
kinda
very
like-
hard to come up. Like it's hard to remember off the top of your head.
Yeah, because there are so many good ones.
Yeah,
I bet.
but
yeah.
there's definitely some good pairings that could be there for
That'd be
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Do you believe Tino actually wants kids? Duh, it's in his
Yeah,
bio.
Obviously, I say he's
Is
been
the chat
saying
down on
it.
Tino?
They are. They don't love Tino as much as we do.
What? Oh,
Tino
really?
put in his bio that he wants 4 kids. So I think he really wants kids, or else it wouldn't be in his
yeah.
bio.
Yeah. Some guys want
Also,
a lot of kids.
that's
I
not
You
don't
like
know.
guys can hate until you see Tino and Rachel are engaged in the end.
Yeah.
That's not
exactly.
a crazy thing to throw
No.
out there. It's
Also, like,
There are a lot
He
of
wants
guys
a
who
family.
like,
People
want to
who
be
want
dads.
kids.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
want kids and want to be dads. I have a friend who literally said that he's like, oh, I gotta work on my girlfriend. Like I was like, why aren't you engaged yet? He's like, I gotta figure it out. Like I want a football team of kids, and she's kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's okay.
I think people are
hey,
so.
Trent, you want a family?
No.
No.
No kids for me.
There you go. So there's
I'm
some
also
people
no
who don't.
kids.
Well, there's some. I think it's
People,
more.
watch out, people look at you
No,
weird.
people get pissed.
Oh, they get freak out.
People get so
I think
mad.
it's more so people are very honest and open about not wanting kids now, which I think is great.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of shocking when people say they do want kids.
Yeah. Well, you think like how, why, in what world?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who,
I want some
who are
kids.
fine with it. Yeah, you got both of you guys have talked about wanting
yeah.
kids. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'd welcome some kids, not right now, but
That'd be lovely.
one day.
You'll be rich enough to have it, so it'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
What a compliment.
It's true.
That was like a fortune cookie comment. That was great.
Wow. Okay.
Look over there,
Fine.
Kelly's
You
opening a
will
fortune cookie.
be.
I believe you.
You'll be shrouded in riches in all your children.
Wow.
It'll be
Goodness.
lovely.
My kids are gonna be so well off.
They are. They're so popular. It's cool.
Do we want to do one more, or shall
No.
we? Okay, we're gonna get to cutting
Let's
some
end on that.
stems.
My kids are gonna be rich and famous.
Let's cut some stems. Let's give out some roses. It's a long episode.
Yeah.
We can kick it off with who wants to go first? Can't be Rhea.
Yeah.
So I
It
think
can't be Rhea?
yeah, it can't be Rhea.
I'll give a.
I went
I'll
too
do
many
one.
times in a
I'll do
row.
a. I'll do
Okay,
a
Kelly?
rose and a stem.
Okay, go ahead, Kelly.
Okay, I'm gonna give my rose to Tyler's poem. I thought it was
Okay.
sweet, although
nice.
a little, like it was like a little lame.
It kind of made me gag, but
Yeah, like it was like right. It was a little
but
lame.
Sure.
But it was like the first genuine thing so far, I think, that we've seen out of him. And Rachel really loved it. And it was like the first thing that made her smile in 2 fucking days. I thought it was really nice. So he made the effort, so I'll give him the rose for that. And stem cut. Oh, well, we're doing a group stem cut for the armpits, right?
No, I'm actually gonna give my rose to the armpits. To be
Right, I
controversial.
mean, come on,
wow,
I mean-
she's crazy. All right, well then we can share
Rhea's
a
giving
three-way
her rose of
armpit.
pheromones tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please give my rose to pheromones.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
Fuck, I said I want to go first.
That's perfect. That's great.
No,
Stem
no,
cut.
pheromones, not armpits.
Yeah, not armpits.
Armpits
I
slash
can't think of my
pheromones.
stem cut because I just hated those armpits so much.
You can cut them.
You can cut them.
Should I just
right
cut
out.
them? I cut them right now. I cut the armpits. I cut that whole
Yeah, go
ahead.
section. Thought it was weird. You know what? Specifically, Meatball's armpits, because that's when I started gagging.
Okay, there you go.
That's when Rachel almost passed out.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
She legit almost passed out.
Go ahead, Trent.
Okay. I'm going to give my rose to Sweet Rambo.
That's fair. He deserves it.
Come on.
No, he deserves
Duck,
it.
he's got to get a rose.
Yeah,
He
that's
deserves
true.
it.
True.
got
He
no doubt.
deserves
His
it. He
toy's been
deserves
taken
it.
away from him.
Sweet, sweet Rambo. He
He
gets my
deserves
rose.
it.
No explanation
It's
needed.
not his fault.
And then, boy, a stem cut. There's an obvious one that goes with that one, I guess. But
What's what?
Hayden.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut Hayden's.
Cut
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, he's
that's
just.
good.
And
He
he
used Rambo.
used Rambo, and he's got an accent I can't identify.
It's like
Southern.
It's like Louisiana or something.
But he's
or
not. Where's he
like-
from?
I don't know. We should look it up.
He is Southern.
Oh, is he?
But,
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
he's Southern and now moved
He's
like
from like
to
Georgia.
California
He sounds
or
like
something.
Kevin Spacey House of Cards a little.
He does.
You know?
That's a great comparison.
So maybe he's Georgia.
And yeah, he seemed like a little bit of a piece of shit on this episode. So
Yeah.
Hayden's, it's cut.
Rhea?
I'm gonna give my rose to pheromones, and I'm gonna cut the stem of this commenter named Destiny, who commented that she thought I was with child.
Fucked up. How dare she?
We see you, Destiny.
You just said not
shit.
right now.
And I know, you know what? I've been hearing it a lot lately, and until I fucking announce that I'm pregnant, which will be years from now, please don't tell me that I look
Rhea's
pregnant, because it's
feeling
really not
combative.
nice.
never tell anybody that they look
No,
No,
right.
it's not
Take
even
a bite
combative,
on.
just like some
No,
people
it's
really
fucked
need to
up.
shut the fuck up.
Yep.
You
Nobody
know?
ever say that. Yeah.
It's okay, don't
can't.
moving on.
Fuck you, Destiny. Get out of the chat.
Yeah, we hate you, Destiny.
Oh, I hope you said Destiny.
Destiny. Cut Destiny's stem.
I would like to give my rose. God, what did I like this episode? I'm gonna give my rose to.
Don't be afraid to give it to Tino.
I was
Yeah.
just
Oh,
thinking
yeah,
that.
nobody
He
gets to
deserves
Tino.
it,
Do
right?
not be timid.
He really does.
I know.
He deserves a rose.
I know.
That
All right,
date
I'm
was
gonna give my
fantastic.
rose to Tino,
Yes.
and I'm going to cut the stem of the Jesse Palmer's French.
Oh, wow.
Bold.
That's a good one.
That is bold.
That's a good one.
He was showing off a little bit.
He was showing off
and,
big time.
You know, the guys had no idea what he was saying.
Especially when he was like, nobody here speaks French. Okay, should I say it in
Yeah.
English? It was
Exactly.
like, okay, Jesse.
All right,
yeah.
Jesse.
Exactly.
I was shocked that not one guy in that whole group spoke French. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people speak French. I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular language, like in terms of when you're going to
Yeah.
school.
When he went to school, it was like French or Spanish.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jesse overall?
I think that he does nothing for the show, but I think he's a good guy, and you know, just maybe he's just like a figurehead at this point. I miss Chris Harrison. I'll say it. I miss him all the time. Sucks.
And that wraps up today's episode of Cutting Stems.
And you are not forgiven, Destiny. You're commenting "I'm sorry" with LMAO, and we do not forgive you.
No forgiveness.
I hold grudges, and we will never forgive you.
No forgiveness.
Good night, everybody. We will see you next week.